Hi, I'm Amy. Thanks for joining me on the mat today. This is a 12-minute abdominal focused workout. We'll be lying on our backs for all of the class. How nice of me. But don't worry, we will be definitely working hard. I'm going to start with a little bit of breath work just to make sure we're engaging those abdominals correctly before we get started, and then we'll get into the exercises. So when you're ready, roll out your mat and come and join me. All right, we're going to start lying on our backs and we're going to be here for the whole class. So let's set ourselves up. Make sure you've got about a tennis ball distance between your feet and knees, so they should be in line with your hips. And before you take a full lie down, just have a look down your body with straight arms. Your feet or your heels should be just out of reach of your fingertips. And then once you're all set up with that tennis ball distance between the knees and feet just out of reach of fingertips, I want you to lie your head back, relax through the shoulders. And we're just going to take a couple of breaths here. So what I want you to do is place your hands on top of your rib cage. As you inhale, I want to feel where your breath is going. So take an inhale through your nose. If you feel like the top of your ribs are really flaring open into your hands, that means you're going to lose abdominal engagement. So what I want you to do instead is to pop your hands on the outside of your rib cage and think of sending your breath into your hands or the sides of your ribs and also into your back of the ribs into the mat. So you should feel your rib cage expanding as you breathe in, but it should go outwards and into your back rather than the front of the abs. If the ribs flare, remember, we lose that abdominal connection. So let's try our breathing again. Put your hands on the sides of the ribs. Inhale through the nose. Send that breath into your sides, into your hands, and into your back. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale again into your hands and into your back. Exhale through the mouth. Good. The more you do it, the easier it'll get. I want you to move one hand now back to the top or the front of your rib cage. Take your inhale, send your breath into your sides and your back. As you exhale, just gently push down with the hand that's on the top or the front of your ribs and deepen that abdominal connection by drawing the ribs in, knitting them in towards the center of your body. And then as we inhale, keep that engagement. Send your breath into your sides and back. Exhale, deepen your core contraction. Good. One last bit of breath work before we get into our actual movement section of class. On your inhale, I want you to release and relax your pelvic floor. So what that should feel like is gentle and open and relaxed through your pelvic floor. Your glutes should not be squeezing at all. You should be nice and calm through the lower abdominals. So inhale, relax. As you exhale, I want you to lift and squeeze your pelvic floor. That should feel like you're trying to stop yourself from passing wind. You're trying to zip up a tight pair of pants. That whole feeling of squeezing up and in with your pelvic floor. So exhale. Contract the pelvic floor. Inhale, relax the pelvic floor. Let's do that again. Exhale, lift, squeeze your pelvic floor. Inhale, relax and release. Now let's add the upper abdominals and the lower abdominals and pelvic floor. So as you inhale, send your breath into your sides and back and release your pelvic floor. Lots to think about. Inhale into your sides and back, release the pelvic floor. Exhale, I want you to lift and squeeze your pelvic floor and draw your ribs down to the mat. Think exhale, E for effort. Inhale into your sides and back, release the pelvic floor. And exhale, lift the pelvic floor. Knit the front of the ribs down, gliding them towards your hip bones. So as we inhale and exhale, these are some things that we can practice as we get more and more into our Pilates practice. The better our breathing is, the more the core is going to work. If all else fails, just don't forget to breathe. Ignore everything that I'm saying, but just keep your breath going, right? You'll get there. Alrighty, let's work those abs. I want you to interlace your hands behind your head, really knitting your fingers together. Bring your elbows just up into your periphery vision, so you should just be able to see them. Tuck your chin a little. Imagine you've got an orange under your chin, just a little bit of a tuck. We're going to inhale to prepare, remembering into our back and sides. As we exhale, think of gliding your ribs towards your hips as you lift the head, chest, and shoulders, looking into the thighs. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Use the abs, so glide the ribs towards the hips. You can probably hear the shake in my voice. You should always get a little bit of shake going on when you're really contracting the abs. Let's go again. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Good. Working those upper abdominals. Lifting and lowering. Try and keep that tailbone nice and heavy on the mat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Just 2 more. Think quality movement over quantity, so we're not rushing. Last one. And lower down. Good. Release the hands from behind the head, pop them down by either side. I want you to point your toe closest to me on the mat. Exhale, lift it up into tabletop. Point your opposite toes on the mat. We're going to exhale, change the legs mid-air without the pelvis rocking. So use your arms pressing into the ground. Ready? Inhale, prepare. Exhale, change. And change. Good. Now really think about your pelvic floor. So in our chest lifts before, we're working the upper abdominals. Now we're working those lower abdominals. So each time the legs move, I want you to draw your pelvic floor in a little more. If you're cruising, I want you to bring your hands above your shoulders, palms facing in. Remove that support from the arms. For 8, 7, keep that nice angle through the legs. 6, no dropping the heels towards the bottom. 4, 3, stability through the pelvis. And last one, good, touch both feet all the way down. Bring the hands back behind the head. We're going into some abdominal rotation, getting into our obliques. When you're ready, exhale, lift up. Inhale, release the head. Float the arms until they're behind the thighs. Use your arms to find a little bit more height for me. Abdominals drawing in. Maintain that height. Float the arms back behind the head. Rotate towards your device and back to center. Towards the other leg and center. So as we rotate, we're thinking of lifting and curling up towards the thigh. Up towards the thigh. Our hips are stable as our upper body crunches. Relax your shoulder and neck for 6, 5. Keep breathing, don't lose your height. 4, 3, 2. Belly button to spine. 1. Back to center. And lower all the way down. Oh, that one always gets me. You should feel some nice warmth across the upper abdominals there. Let's add in our upper and lower abdominals. Again, pick those elbows up into your periphery vision. Inhale. Exhale, lift your legs one at a time up into tabletop. Then we inhale. Exhale, lift the head, chest, and shoulders. We're looking into the thighs. I want you to lengthen your left leg long, toes should be level. And we rotate and change. And change. So we're rotating towards that thigh. Change. And change. Curling up for 8. And 7. Nice and slow. 6. Keep that right ankle through the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Lower the head just for a moment. Inhale, have a little break. Lengthen the arms out long behind you, palms face up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lift the head, chest and shoulders, float the arms overhead, grab onto the top of the knees. Use your hands to find a little bit more height. I want you to bring both hands to your left knee. Lengthen your right leg long, and when we're ready, exhale, change. And change. Single leg stretch. Intentionally point your legs away for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep your height from the chest. Belly button to spine. 2 and 1. Draw both knees in. Stay lifted if you can. Inhale, point your legs and arms away from each other. Exhale, scoop in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop. Your modification, your head can be down. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop. 4, 3, reach those fingers and toes away from each other. 2, last 1. Exhale, scoop in. Lower the head and draw the knees into the chest. Beautiful work. Whew. We weren't lying, it's all about the abs here. Quality over quantity. So if you were not feeling it yet, you just need to engage those abdominals a little bit harder. It wouldn't be an abs series without the hundreds, so let's get ready for it. For the hundreds, we're going to work our way up the levels. So I want you to inhale, bring your hands back overhead, back of the palms are touching the ground. Exhale, lift the head, chest and shoulders, look into the thighs. Good, hold here, curling the abdominals up. Level 1, just the arms are moving here, pumping. We inhale for 5 breaths and exhale for 5 breaths, looking into the thighs. If you are feeling this in your neck, just lower the head. So this is our level 1. Level 2, I want you to bring your legs up to tabletop, glue together at the knees and feet. And keep breathing. Inhale for 5 arm pumps, exhale for 5 arm pumps. Level 3, we're going to lengthen the legs up to the ceiling. We're halfway there, so we're doing 100 arm pumps total. Let's go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Curl a little higher. Exhale. 2 more sets. Inhale and exhale. Last set. And exhale. Pause. Bend the legs in if they were stretched. Touch them down if they were lifted. Lower the head. Float the arms back overhead. Lengthen your legs out long. Stretch your fingers and toes away from each other. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Slowing your breath down. Slowing the heart rate as we enjoy this full body stretch. Inhale. And as you exhale, gently float the arms overhead. Step your feet in. And we're done. Thank you for joining me for this abdominal workout.